Hello friends, welcome to the second part of pneumatic circuits. Now the second part will start with the speed control circuits. Now for many applications we require to control the speed of the actuator, either it is in a linear case or in a rotary actuator. So the flow control valve is most commonly used device or a valve to control the speed of any actuator, which controls the flow rate of the fluid. Now, as shown in this circuit, the compressed air is supplied through FRL unit to the 5 by 2 lever operated spring return DC valve. Then double acting cylinder is connected, and in between the cylinder and a 5 by 2 DC valve a flow control valve is connected. Now when we shift the lever, the DC valve will change its position to the first position. Now the pressure port 1 will get connected to 4 and it will pass the fluid through flow control valve to the cap end side of the actuator. Now since the fluid is passing through the flow control valve, it will provide a controlled flow to the cap end side of the actuator, and as the flow rate is controlled, the speed of the actuator also will get controlled. The air or the fluid which is present on the rod end side will come out through this port and will pass through the port number 2 and then to the exhaust. And when we release the lever, due to its spring force, the DC valve will come to its home position. Then port number 1 will get connected to 2 and 4 will get connected to 5. Now at that time the fluid will enter from 1 to 2, then it will enter the rod end side of the actuator, and the air which is present on the cap end side will come out and again pass through this flow control valve. Since this flow control valve controls the in both directions, the return speed also will get controlled. So if we use only flow control valve, we control the speed in both directions, that is forward as well as return direction. But in many cases we require to control the speed of the actuator only in one direction. So for that purpose, in addition to this flow control valve, a check valve is used, and depends on the position of the check valve, it is called as the either meter in circuit or meter out circuit. Next we will see the meter in circuit. Now if you observe this circuit, a flow control valve is connected parallelly with a check valve. Now two circuits are shown in this diagram. The first one is meter in for return stroke and second one is meter in for forward stroke. Now if you observe the arrow of a check valve, it is the arrow which restricts the flow which is moving inside the actuator in return stroke as well as in forward stroke. The arrow indicates that it will restrict the flow which is entering inside the actuator, so it is called as meter in circuit. So meter in circuit means we are controlling the flow which is entering into the actuator. It may be a return stroke or it may be for a forward stroke. Now let's discuss about the first meter in for return stroke. Now when the one is port number 1 is connected to port 2, the compressed air will supply through this line and it will come to the flow control valve with check valve. Now as this check valve is closed, the flow will pass through this flow control valve, so we will get only controlled flow to the rod end side of the actuator. At the same time, the flow which is coming out from the cap end side will pass through port number 4 and to the exhaust at port number 5. Now when we shift the lever, DC valve will change its position. So as soon as it's changed the position, the port number 1 pressure port will get connected to port number 4 and port number 2 will get connected to port number 3. So the fluid will enter from 1 to 4, then flow will pass through directly to the cap end side. Now the flow which is coming out for this stroke will pass through flow control valve as well as through this check valve. So here for the forward stroke, the fluid will not be controlled. The flow rate is not controlled, as it will pass through flow control valve as well as through check valve. So we will not get any controlled stroke for the forward stroke. So in this circuit, the meter in is only for the return stroke, because the forward stroke is not controlled. Similar way, in this second circuit, the check valve direction is towards the cap end side. So in this circuit, it will control the speed of the forward stroke only, and during return stroke, the fluid which is coming out from the cap end side will pass through check valve as well as through flow control valve. So it will not control the return stroke. So in both circuits, the flow which is entering into the cap end side is controlled, so it is called as meter in circuit. Now next is a meter out circuit. Now if you observe here, the arrow of a check valve, it is downward side. So now during forward stroke, when the DC valve is shifted, the port 1 pressure port will get connected to 4, the fluid will enter into the cap end side. Now during forward stroke, the fluid which is coming out from the rod end side will come through flow control valve, but restricted at the check valve. So it will pass only through the flow control valve. So here during forward stroke, the fluid which is coming out from the actuator is controlled, so it is called as meter out. Now similar way, in this second circuit, during return stroke, the fluid which is coming out from this cap end side is controlled, as it is blocking the fluid at the check valve. So in both circuits, the fluid which is coming out is controlled, so it is called as meter out circuit. These two are the main types of controlling the speed of the actuators. So I will repeat. The first one is a meter in, which controls the fluid which is entering into the actuator, either in a return stroke or in a forward stroke. And second one is a meter out circuit, which controls the fluid which is coming out from the actuator. So depends on the application, depends on whether it is a resistive load or opposite load or run out load, these circuits are used. Now apart from these two, one more type of speed control circuit is called as bleed off circuit. In bleed off circuit, one line is bypassed from the actuator which is connected to the tank, and the fluid is bypassed through that line to the tank, and the flow control valve is placed in that line. So here in the second part, the speed control circuits are shown. The third part will be cover the logics used in a pneumatic circuits.